Hello, this is Mr. Huff, and let's talk about file management for Revit. So what I want you to do is look at your keyboard. There's a Windows key on the bottom left, and I want you to hold that down and press the letter E. What that will do is open the File Explorer, and it will look a lot like this. It's probably going to go to a folder called Documents, and that's where we want to work. So what we're going to do is we are going to put in some folders for Revit projects throughout the year. So on the home toolbar, there is a button called New Folder, and we're going to make one, and we're going to call it Revit Playground or Revit Play. This is going to be a folder for you to put projects in where you're just exploring or trying things out. Like if you're trying to figure out how to make a staircase, you may not want to try that on a live document or a live project. So you're going to do that in your Revit Playground. So these are just some going to be real quick projects where you're trying things out. Another one we're going to do, hit new folder, and let's call it Revit, and we're going to call it Shed. And this is going to be one of our first specific detailed designs where we learn about how wall systems work and how roofs go on and all that kind of thing. So this is going to be one of our first projects. Then we're going to do another folder called Revit Home or House. Let's call it House. And this is going to be a project that we do for semester one where you design a residence, a residential home. So that's going to be our first major project. Then the second project, or the last folder, second folder, fourth one, let's call it Revit and commercial design. So this is going to be our second large project. This is where you're going to build a commercial project. So what I want you to do today is set those up. Another thing I want you to check on real quick, and this will help you keep organized, click on View and find this little checkbox that says File Name Extensions. That should be checked, and that way you can tell Revit files from PDFs, from family files, and all that sort of thing. Then there's one other thing I needed to warn you about. I'm going to go to one of my folders here. My Revit projects. Okay, let's look at this. We have a folder called the Shed. And I want you to notice these. I have a project in here called Utility Shed, and it also has 2, 3, 4. When you see these with these 4 numbers at the end of it, do not use those. These are Revit backups. I don't know that I like how they do this naming convention, but those are previous copies. Your live one, your live project does not have numbers in the end of it. So Utility Shed is always the project you're going to open. So I just wanted to point that out to you so that you would know not to choose these. If you choose these, it's going to be bad. So notice how it shows up as my Revit projects, and then I have one specifically for the shed. All right, so that's all I have to say about folders and naming. So I have an assignment related to this. Finish that, turn it in. Thanks.